but you're never gonna be me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking.
Oh, hello, and welcome to another edition of the Geek Gauntlet podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Mr. William D. Morgan. It is good to be here in the house once again with you guys. Good to be back in that number one more time. All right, let's go ahead and bring everybody on with us. First, since we don't have Kat, because Kat's on assignment, we're going to go ahead and start with the Twitter overlord, the man who rules Twitter with an iron fist. This man is also trying to get into other social media, so we're going to have to watch Ambrose. We're going to have to watch him. Make sure he doesn't mess with like Facebook or, or Instagram, because you never know what he might be capable of. Let's bring my man Ambrose in. Ambrose, what's up?
I'm a social assassin.
How you doing, man?
Good, man. Good, man. Good to be here. Better week than last week. I'm in a clearer head, so I'm going to have some fun this show. We're going to have a good conversation. I can't wait. So.
Oh, I can't wait for it. We got Kat. She's on assignment right now, but she is taking a minute out of her assignment duties to say hello. What's up, Kat? How you doing? All right, let's go ahead and bring on everybody else here. Wait 1 second. All right. Let me go ahead and bring our next person in. She's a Sailor Scout in training. She's been to the Pokemon world. She's been a little bit of everywhere. Bring my girl Janae in. Janae, what's up?
Nothing much, William. How you doing?
What's going on with you tonight?
Nothing much. Just chilling. The kids are gonna have a popcorn and a movie night while I'm doing this.
There you go. Ain't no wrong with that. All right, let me bring in the next person. She is our relevant streamer. She plays all kind of video games, and she tells us all about them. Let me bring my girl Diamond in. Diamond, what's up?
Hello, everyone.
How y'all doing?
Diamond.
How you doing, man? Hey, Diamond, how you doing?
Doing good. How are y'all?
Good.
Pretty good. Can't complain. And last but certainly not least, this gentleman has been with me for over 3 years doing this. The brother man, Shaw in. Shaw, what's up?
So what's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Hey, Shaw.
Chilling. All right, we got a lot to get to. The Return of the Mandalorian, a new Flash was out. Yeah, it sucked, but it's still here.
We haven't given up on that yet.
Man, I'm hating this stuff. It's the last season. This is supposed to be the best season. And it sucks.
The CW gave up on it. Why don't we just give up on it?
Yeah, but at some point toward the end, I guess it'll start getting good because you start seeing your run-ins now. So we'll see.
No, I understand it from your guys' point of view because I gave up like 3 seasons ago. But like when I watched like Game of Thrones, I watched it all the way through because everyone's like, "You have to watch it," and then. But I watched it when like the 8th season was out. That's when I started. So I ran the gauntlet, and everyone's like, "Dude, don't watch the last 2 seasons." And I was like, "No, I've come this far. I got to do it.
Right.
Okay." And then I was like, my life has lost meaning.
This thing has just been terrible. It's just been terrible. It's just been super terrible. All right, let's go ahead and get started with everything. But first, let's jump into our show reviews and the news. All right, Shaw, what we got going on with our show reviews this week?
All right, so first up, we got The Flash, as you guys just mentioned. Even though I'm an avid defender every now and then,
That was appropriate.
My trigger finger just
that
went crazy. My bad. My bad.
That was very appropriate.
Just didn't want to talk about it.
Talking about the Flash and cut him right off.
So I will admit this episode was not good. Like a lot of bad directing. I mean, the actress that plays Ryan has been called for bad acting, but we know that she's done better than this. So it's on the directing.
We talked about it in the group chat. How the hell you gonna take that line from Batman 89 and just screw it up?
Yeah.
Which line was it? Which line was it again?
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
One, you don't take that line. You don't take that line anyway.
They just took it and destroyed it, man.
You don't. There's some things that's like saying that's like going into a Western and calling someone Pilgrim. No, that's John Wayne's. You don't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So in this episode, Bird gets kidnapped. Red Death makes a EMP. Red Death visits Iris and tells her backstory, more or less. Let's see. Mark gets a change of heart and helps them. He destroys the treadmill, but then dies, or so we saw. He's probably still alive. Joe and Cecile have an argument about staying in Central City, which, they totally shouldn't. They should totally leave. And what did y'all think of the episode? What's y'all thoughts?
It's all you guys. I didn't watch it.
It was okay. It was horrible.
That thing was terrible.
I was
that thing was trash.
I had this thing where it was like it was on, and I was like, oh, for once, I want to change a diaper.
Yeah. That thing was straight trash. Oh my gosh. Outside of screwing up the line, I really didn't see anything positive with this episode. You don't know if Mark is dead. More than likely, but we don't know. They tried to again hype Iris up, and she still sucks.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna say she ain't no bad looking chick, but I'm just saying. They even messed up what Javivica is doing, because Javivica she did well with what she was giving in Batwoman, but so far in these 2 episodes, she's just been flat terrible. I'm just not feeling it. It'll probably get better because you got more people coming back to run in and be a part of this next season, the last, being a part of this season. Mm-hmm. But right now, it's just terrible.
But it's just the CW's writers. They don't care. It's like look at Batwoman when Batwoman came out, and she had that line in the trailer, and she was like, "Never let a man take credit for a woman's job." Didn't you break into Batman's Batcave? Like, use all of his equipment, drive his car around, like you use his weaponry, but you don't want to give Batman any credit. Right, that was all you. Lucius Fox doesn't deserve any credit for that. Right. You were the mastermind behind this whole thing. It's just the way the CW writers are just. It's like if I ever started a studio, I'd be like, "Oh, you have a really nice resume, a lot of projects. Where'd you start?" The CW. Get out. Get out. Get out now.
Just leave. Just leave right now. Just leave.
I bet it'll be better in the back half, I bet.
But this thing has just been freaking terrible. It's freaking terrible. Oh my gosh. All right, let's move on, Shaw. Go ahead.
All right, next up, we're going to Star Trek Picard. Let me just move down for a second. All right, so Rafi meets Worf. We find out her real name is Raphael. Did not know that. Let's see. They interrogate some dude about the stolen weapon. Turns out he's a changeling, so we got changeling coming back. There's like a faction or something, so that's why everything will hush hush. See, Shaw gets injured and leaves on Will as captain. Seven and Jack find out there's a spy. Stuff happens there. Will and Picard have an argument. Really interesting between the two of them and their dynamic, with Will taking charge and everything, and Picard being a bit of an asshole. And then the shit goes boom. What y'all think of the episode?
I only saw half of it because my son demanded Space Jam. So.
Oh, snap. Little man came in there dominating. I want Space Jam.
So I ended with
Mama.
The talk between number 2 and Picard's son. So.
Mama.
If it's on If it's on Paramount Plus, all I have is Rubble and Crew and Paw Patrol. I can't do anything else.
Hey, Paw Patrol was alright though. I go see in front.
Yo, Rubble's my home. Rubble is my homeboy. I voted for him for governor because I didn't like my candidates.
Yeah.
So I voted for. I wrote in Rubble from Paw Patrol. That's on the record.
Yeah, Rubble. Paw Patrol was alright. It was okay. I didn't get a chance to watch it this week. I will make up for that tomorrow after I drop my kids off. After I drop my kids off, I'll take care of that. What's up, David Fur? How you doing? How you doing, man? Good to have you here. Therapy Entertainment. How you doing tonight? Good to have you here in the chat. Thank you for being here as always. But yeah, I was so happy last time, the episode before last. I missed this one, but I'm gonna definitely make up for it and watch it tomorrow. But from what I've seen so far, Picard, it's been really, really good. Solo Girl, what's up?
Yep.
How you doing? Good to have you here. Oh man. All right.
Definitely worth watching. All right, next up we got, let me see, I believe The Last of Us. Have any of you guys seen it? Seen Last of Us this week?
I saw it.
You can talk about it because I didn't see it yet.
What you think of the episode, Ambrose?
I
my girl Debbie in the house.
I liked it and I didn't. I thought the episode itself would have been better cut into flashbacks. It was just very slow moving, slow paced. And what kind of upset me about it as someone that played the game, and I'm not knocking on the Bill character because they did a great job with him in the show. In that, what was that, the third episode where Bill and his boyfriend ended up but there were a lot of sequences with Bill in the game that could have been used and were just amazing and awesome and action packed. And this was just kind of like, action-wise, a lackluster episode. It could have been something that was like snippets of flashbacks, like riding in a car and Ellie thinks about it, or, she's writing in a journal or something. I personally don't think it needed to be an entire episode.
I got you.
I think it's to sum it up, too long didn't read. It's a filler episode.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's how I thought the Bill episode was. But it was still a good episode.
But the Bill episode brought something of substance to the show, where Joel got the truck and they ended up being able to get to Kansas City, and it got the story moving. This was kind of like a standalone, and I think it could have been explained better in flashbacks.
Yeah.
Like if I could have 30 seconds, there's a scene in the video game where you meet Bill, and Bill's boyfriend doesn't exist in the game. He's for the show. And there's like a scene where his car won't start and you have to push the car and shoot the runners and clickers while you're trying to start the car.
What?
And that would have been amazing in the show. And they didn't do that. And then they get to a high school, and then they're like, the high school's infested with clickers and bloaters, and they cut all of that out. And I'm not saying so the Bill episode was good, but it progressed the story. But I mean, this one didn't really progress the story. It was a backstory. It would have been better cut into flashbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Anybody else want to talk about that a little bit more before we move on?
I just can't wait for the next episode. So
there we go.
Neither can I. They're doing a great job with this. So I can't wait.
Here we go.
All right.
Let's go ahead and start getting into our rumors and topics. But first, before we do that, Shaw, I want to do this. Before we do that, I want to go ahead and get with Diamond and Janae's segment real quick. Janae, got any news for us tonight?
Just a few things from the Crunchyroll awards. Let me find it. So, as you posted in our chat, William, the overall, if it zooms in. So, best anime that won for the Crunchyroll Awards was Cyberpunk. So that was.
See, I never saw it. And Janae, you did watch it. Did you think it was good?
I really enjoyed it. And like as I said, my husband enjoyed it so much that he bought the video game.
Wow.
And he really enjoyed the video game. And he doesn't like anime. Right. There's only like a little handful of animes that he can stand. And all that. But where is it? So
yeah, I did. I really did. But I can always go back down. Put it in.
So best fantasy.
Yeah, I know, Debbie. I'm wrong. I'm wrong, Debbie. I'm sorry.
Wrong. So best fantasy. Demon Slayer won.
Yeah.
Should be.
Best comedies. Spy Family, which I think it's a very hilarious show. I'm surprised that since it's the Crunchyroll Awards, I'm surprised there's anime in here that aren't on Crunchyroll that won, because Cyberpunk's on Netflix. So I thought that was interesting. Best score was Attack on Titan's final season part 2 as the winner. And best animation, Demon Slayers also won for the Entertainment District arc. Won that. Best continuing series, One Piece, which is like, okay.
Yeah, I've never been a One Piece guy. Never ever.
Yeah,
is this me or is this the anime?
I've only read like some of the comic or the manga, and it was okay, but like it was up against Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Kaguya-sama Love and War, and Made in Abyss. So best romance, Kaguya-sama Love is War, Ultimate Romantic one. But like some of these other animes I haven't even seen. Let's see. Best new series, Spy Family won for that. And best character design, Demon Slayer won.
But out to The Last of Us. Okay, Debbie, I see you. Okay, I got you.
And then best drama was Attack on Titan.
Yes.
And I believe they also won for best score too. So, so I thought that was interesting. And then one more thing.
If we're going off of last year, to me, it was Attack on Titan and Vinland Saga. The two best to me. Because like I said, I never watched Cyberpunk, but to me, it was Vinland Saga and Attack on Titan. Only had one issue with Attack on Titan. That's back when it first started, the first season, when the Titan ate the mama in front of her son. You can call me snowflakey for that, whatever. That was kind of rough. But past that point, I feel it just got me ready for everything else about the show because I stuck with it. Even though I had a problem with that, I stuck with the show and I enjoyed it.
And then last bit of news, the creator of Full Metal Alchemist is a new anime adaptation is going to be coming out in the fall, but they haven't said what the name of it is yet. So that'll be interesting.
I hope they don't ruin that.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be Full Metal Alchemist. It's gonna be like one of her other mangas.
Oh, okay, cool.
Is it from Japan or America?
What? Full Metal Alchemist? From Japan?
No, the new show.
The new show will drop in Japan in the fall and probably come for us in the winter, depending on which streaming site it's going to be on.
Okay, yeah. I was clarifying so the Americans don't ruin it. Okay.
Yeah,
don't ruin this.
Yeah,
please don't ruin this. Oh my god!
If it's a live action, yeah, but some of the anime that Netflix has done has been okay.
I have nightmares about Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, it's not live action.
Yeah. All right, Diamond. What you got for video game news for us tonight? And thank you for that anime news, Janae.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I have Bandai Namco announces the first Elden Ring expansion in development, called Shadow of Erdtree, which promises a new adventure in the lands between.
Elden Ring.
Mm-hmm.
In the news again.
Still have not played it.
It's a pretty good game. It's like it's on a level of, well, for me, it's like Bloodborne and Dark Souls.
You lost me at Bloodborne. I'm not a skilled video game player enough to play Bloodborne, and I was like, I couldn't get past the first level. I was like, what is this? Like, did I die and go to video game hell? Like, I literally I respawned and a wolf ate me.
Came right back and chomp. You got ate like that shark ate Samuel L. Jackson in Deep Blue Sea.
Oh no!
Hey, we'll make it. We will make it. We will survive. Chomp.
After that speech, it was like death.
After that speech, chomp. And that was it. And then
Kong in Skull Island, when he died after a speech, it was like, nah, fuck you.
Nah, and then it make it so damn bad. They snapped him. They snapped him in half after he was already dead. They snapped him in half. And what about their day? That kind of traumatized me a little. How you gonna eat Samuel L. Jackson like that? That's Samuel L. Jackson. That's Nick Fury. That's Samuel L. Jackson. Damn. All right, go ahead, Tom.
Okay. So the next thing up is Ubisoft is going all in on Assassin's Creed with 4 more games already planned. According to Insider Gaming, there are 4 new code names, 4 new titles: Nebula, Raid, and Echoes.
They're doing to Assassin's Creed what Disney is doing to Star Wars.
I'm about to ask that. I'm about to say that same thing. Aren't they about to run this thing in the ground?
Yeah,
they're running it into the ground. Ubisoft has games.
Yep.
Splinter Cell.
Yep.
We've been asking for Splinter Cell.
Mm-hmm.
We've been asking for Splinter Cell since the Blacklist. It's been 10 years.
They're like, hey, you want y'all ask for Splinter Cell? Nah, fuck that. We're gonna do Assassin's Creed and
look, I love Ubisoft. I love the games Ubisoft puts out, but like, is it too hard to put a Rayman game out? I love Rayman.
Rayman was cool.
Rayman is awesome. Rayman Legends was a great game.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
Like, why can't you just? Why are you going all in on Assassin's Creed?
That's a cash cow. And apparently they're going back to the yearly releases for that game. And I'm like, I don't want that.
That's really tired. They're going to be trash.
I was just going to go back to their roots on Assassin's Creed, where it's just one guy working through his ancestry and history and stuff, you know?
And then it ends with an old lady asking, "What's your name?" Ray. Ray.
Then you got Cat saying, why are they cranking out so many titles? Because they are all going to be trash. Exactly. They refer saying they run it into the ground. And he also said
Ubisoft's library
just like the MCU, run it into the ground.
But Ubisoft doesn't realize the library they have though. And
they don't.
They can do better. And I don't know, man. I can't. These video game companies, they drive me nuts. It's like everything actually drives me nuts. Movies, video games. They'll be like, "Hey, what do you guys want? I want a new Rayman game. How about Assassin's Creed in Antarctica?" Like,
there's a polar bear.
No, I don't want that.
We're gonna do a crossover between Santa and Assassin's Creed. Okay.
Like, what am I gonna do? Kick penguins?
Exactly. All right, what else we got, Dom?
So there's like 2 different leadership changes in 2 different companies. Beyond Good and Evil 2's managing director is no longer with Ubisoft, with the studio being under investigation for labor stuff like employees burnouts and sick leaves.
Probably because of the 8,000 Assassin's Creed games they're making.
Yeah.
I heard Ubisoft was up to being acquired. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true. That's what
that is a rumor every year, and every year I hope it's true, and every year I hope it's Nintendo, and Nintendo will be like, Rayman game.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And apparently, Square Enix CEO steps down with big changes in gaming and is being replaced by someone who works for Square Enix for a couple of years now.
What are they gonna do? Crack on another Final Fantasy title and make us forget about everything else they've done?
Well, I think Square Enix is having an identity crisis because they split Eidos off and sold it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm a huge Deus Ex is one of my favorite franchises, and I'm waiting again. Splinter Cell Blacklist or Deus Ex, which is the next game that's going to come out.
Right.
But I think Squeenix it's finally living up to Final Fantasy was named Final Fantasy because that was their Hail Mary. And I think that's coming to fruition now because they've just not been doing. You can't. It's like if you know about cars, it's like looking at the DeLorean. You can't focus on one model. You have to have your whole portfolio out.
Right. Like Kat said, good games take time. The reasons the fan embraced Assassin's Creed 1 and 3 was because there was time in between. That's so true.
That is very true, and that's why I appreciate the Deus Ex games when they come out, and that's why I appreciate the what was the game that I'm playing now, Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah,
that's why I appreciate that, and yeah, that is true to a certain degree. But Ubisoft doesn't treat it like that. Ubisoft will be like, oh yeah, Ubisoft will be like, we forgot about this. Put something together real quick.
Hey, Ando.
Ando, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Oh my God, he's not Facebook user.
I remembered to add the Twitch stream this week. I forgot to do it last week. That was an oversight on my part, but I actually got to add it this week, so he's with us tonight. How you doing, brother? Good to have you here. All right, Diamond, go ahead.
So speaking of Final Fantasy 16 previews have just dropped. Yeah. I still haven't finished playing Final Fantasy 7, so.
What?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't finish 7?
No, I haven't finished it yet.
It is a long game. I ain't gonna say a lie. I ain't gonna say it in front. It's a long game, so I don't blame you.
After like 2 hours, it's like, I'm done.
Yeah, it's a long game.
Wait, 2 hours, which disc? Because wasn't there like 3?
The new remake, I haven't finished. I'm like, I ain't doing this shit. I'm not dealing with this.
Yeah, I haven't gotten the remake yet. So.
But you know the thing that gets you though, when you complete a Final Fantasy game, it gives you so much redemption for the hope and future of video gaming. Because all that time you put into that game, like 10-2, like over 100 hours. But once you get full completion, oh man, it's so satisfying. And you just hope that every other game that will be just like that. I love 10-2. That was like one of the few good things my ex-wife did for me. She actually got me that game for my birthday one year, and it's like it was fantastic. But then she gets mad at me. Are you cheating on me with these girls in this game? Whatever, dude.
It's all like, maybe I am.
Maybe I am. Maybe I can jump in the game and have my way with them. No. It's like How to Kill a Teenager. I mean, Final Destination. Final is in the title. Oh man, we're off the rails tonight. We're just having fun.
It's too bad Devin Sawa's tied up with Chucky.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Guys, don't forget to follow us over on Twitter. You see our 2 Twitter handles down there. You see mine, Gauntlet Geek 1. You see Amber.
Mine is right under my name. Yep, that's our main one. That's the one me and Debbie use.
Okay.
That's our main feed, and of course William's got his, and so on and so forth. Yeah.
Yep. So definitely follow us over on the Twitter feeds. Definitely do that for us. All right, Dom, what else you got?
Okay, so Sony is saving PS5 good stuff for the PlayStation Showcase prior to E3. And I'm like, what good stuff?
What good stuff you talking about?
I love PlayStation, but it's like I feel disappointed.
What do you done made me pay $600-700 for this system?
Mm-hmm.
Then I got Jack to play.
Mm-hmm.
That's just wrong.
It's like, how dare you, sir?
How dare you?
I mean, I mean, the thing is, video games are a pendulum, man, and Sony was on top for so long, and I don't think they thought they had to do much. And I think when Xbox One rolled out and it was a disaster, I think Microsoft got back to the lab and they said, we can't have this happen again. And Microsoft got to working, and PlayStation was like, what the hell are they going to do? Did you see that?
That was to their credit.
Yeah, and PlayStation was probably like, did you see what they just put out? They can't touch us. And I mean, a lot of it had to do with COVID and the chips, and PlayStation had a horrible launch because they had a shortage of chips. But I mean, I think Microsoft really just Game Pass killed it. Game Pass just the fact that you can, oh man, my Xbox isn't working. I can log on to my PC. I can play all of the games I have on my Xbox on my PC.
Yep.
That is a complete revolutionary game changer.
Yep, I agree. All right, Diamond, anything else?
Was it The Wolf Among Us season 2 has been delayed to 2024. I'm like, no.
Why?
But I can understand why. Trying to make it the best it could be.
Yeah, trying to maximize it. That's true. So it might be worth the wait. So, man.
I honestly hope that they come out with more Telltale games. Like I want to be announced, but that's never gonna happen.
Didn't Batman have a Telltale game back in the day?
He did.
I thought so. Yeah.
One of my favorite Telltale games is Back to the Future.
Yes, I like that one too.
Cool.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to play that one. Anything else, Diamond?
So Microsoft is teaming up with Lucasfilm for 2 sweepstakes to kick off season 3 of The Mandalorian. Like, okay.
Cool. Is my girl from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in this season?
Not as far as we know.
Not yet.
So Melinda May is not in Mandalorian.
Not yet.
It's only been one episode.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Hopefully they find her in 2.
It's okay.
Which was oddly it was a really short runtime for it was a really short runtime for a season premiere, by the way.
Yep.
It felt short, but all of the Mandalorian episodes, in my opinion, always felt super short, even though they weren't. Because that's how good the
But this one was actually short. It was like 35 minutes.
That was even shorter.
Normally not. Should have been an hour, right?
Like 35 minutes. That was like
45.
Yeah.
They launched that new. I think they launched that new into Borderlands. But Mandalorian episode should at least be an hour.
Look, we all know how it's going to end. He's going to take his mask off in the series finale, and they're going to be like, "What's your name?" And he's going to be like, "Ray."
And he'll have to go through his quest all over again because he took his damn helmet off.
And they'll be like, and they'll be like, "Ray, what? Fat."
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, it looks like most of them, depending on runtime, like 45 minutes, 35 minutes, depending on the episode. The last episode on season 1 was 50 minutes, so it just depends on what they're doing.
Yeah.
So.
As long as it goes along.
Yeah.
All right, Diamond, go ahead.
That was all I had.
All right, thank you for that. We do appreciate that, Dom. Do appreciate that. All right, Shaw, let's go ahead and pick back up on the news and
wait. We doing the GNN update?
Yeah, we can do it now. Go ahead.
All right. I'm sorry. I thought that's what we were going to do.
You good?
All right. So we're doing some updates on the GNN site. We're trying to promote our writers, so I'm just going to go over a couple of articles you might want to go over. Got 5 picked out. Johnny Lynch, who's a workhorse for us, he's done 2 articles this week. Both list Superman's worst outfits and the top 5 unluckiest fictional characters.
I got a whole bunch to say about that article.
Yeah.
Superman worst outfits. I got a whole lot to say about that.
And he's also got the top 5 unluckiest fictional characters. Johnny's a whimsical writer. He's humorous. Check his stuff out. If you want a good chuckle, if you want something insightful, go ahead and check him out. Andrew Orozco, one of our gaming experts, has pointed out something I didn't even know. I don't know if you guys know. Netflix has games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And
you just gotta be part of Netflix to play them, though.
Yep.
All right. And he has the best games on Netflix to play.
Okay.
So check that article out as well. We also have Nathaniel. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. I had the notes and then I didn't. But Genshin Impact 3.5 article by Nathaniel Cruz. Huge Genshin fan. He does a great job writing on it.
Very good game.
So check that out. And last but not least, we just talked about it. I did an article on Microsoft giving Nintendo Call of Duty for the next 10 years. That's probably in order to avoid an antitrust lawsuit in the EU because Sony is pressing hard for this Activision deal to be nixed. Right. So I write about that in great detail. So check all that out. A couple more things. Our boss, is it Dave Gramillion or Dave Gramillion? I don't want to disrespect him.
Gramillion. There you go.
Gramillion.
Yes.
He's asked a bunch of us what we think of the website. I said it's hard to navigate. It's a little bit outdated. So he's working on fixing it. One of the first things he's done is give us a little bit of love. He's put our podcasts, all of our old podcasts, reruns, all things. So if you missed David Furr doing Cantina Happy Hour, you can catch it. If you missed us doing this show, me and Chris Cassidy did a special MCU Mondays where we reviewed Hogwarts Legacy. That's up on there right now. So when you go to gnn.net or geeknewsnow.net, pull down Pure GNN, you'll see all of the podcasts. You'll be able to click on them. You'll be able to enjoy them. And then you can get a taste of what we're all about. And last but not least, I would like to direct you to our Twitch team. We are fledgling. We are trying to just garner some viewers. Our Twitch team leader is Jonathan Heil. You can catch him at twitch.tv/justadisneygeek. Go to his profile. You will find the whole Geek News Now Twitch team there. You can see what they play, and you can go ahead and pick and choose and support us. So that's all I'm going to say. We got a lot of big things coming. We're going to do this every week. I'm going to tell you what's going on, and I'd like to thank William for giving me the time to do so.
Not a problem. And also don't forget to follow along on the GNN YouTube page. You got this fine show there. MCU Mondays with my boy Chris. Cantina Happy Hour with my boy David Bird. And my girl Debbie's on both of those shows. Love you, Debbie. So definitely check those shows out. Check out this show. We also have some video shows up over there. Cam and Focus, Wolf's Tavern, Captain's Lost and Lifesavers. We got a lot going on over on our YouTube page. So definitely head on over there. Yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe. And
if you want a sample, go to the Pure GNN page, and then you'll know what you're getting. And you can go to the YouTube page, subscribe, and show us a little bit of love.
And yes, you can also catch Kat Holler over there too. You can get her over there. She'll be with us hopefully next week. So you definitely catch Kat too. She's off on assignment right now, but you definitely catch Kat next week. Hopefully when she comes back with us. So definitely head on over there, like, comment, subscribe. Go ahead, Shaw.
Yes, sir. All right, so let's get into some news. First up, Marvel is rumored to be suggesting to plan to use Madam Web's Dakota Johnson as the blueprint for their Sue Storm, and then detail the other actors around that.
I don't know how that. I don't mean to cut you off, Shaw, but I don't know how that works. I was thinking about that after I posted it. I don't know how that works. I've never been a fan of hers.
I misheard that. What was that? I'm sorry.
Basically, they're gonna model whoever they're gonna cast as Sue Storm. They're gonna model the character, the actor around Dakota Johnson.
I don't understand.
Yeah, she's gonna be like the first character they cast, and then they'll cast everybody else around whoever they cast.
What she brings to the table.
But
I don't know, man. I don't think that's right.
The leader of the Fantastic Four has always been Reed Richards.
Right. For the most part, you have sometimes in comics where other people's led the team, but for the most part, it's been Reed.
I mean, yeah, there was that one weird Fantastic Four where it was like Wolverine, She-Hulk, Grey Hulk, and but that didn't count. But like, for the most part, the traditional Fantastic Four, why that's like casting Justice League and being like, cast Aquaman first.
Love you too, Debbie. Love you too, Debbie.
Like, I mean, it's the Fantastic Four. It's Reed Richards, the smartest man on Earth.
Right.
Yeah. You have to cast him, and you have to build around him. And I don't know why. I don't know why this franchise. It's the most simple franchise to get right, and Fox can't get it right, and now it seems like Disney can't get it right.
Oh, that last Fantastic Four movie was straight trash.
Yeah, it was
trash. Man, I ain't trying to job on Michael B. Jordan, but that was just trash.
Nah, Michael B. Jordan redeemed himself as Killmonger though, so I don't think he's hurt.
So you gotta give him that. Yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, it's they can't. It's the most simple formula, and they it's the same thing as the Punisher. Just make it.
Hey, I don't care what anybody say. I say bring Jessica Alba back. That's what I'm saying. This she ain't old enough to put her right back in there. She can do it.
She looks good for her age. So.
Yeah. Man, all she gonna
do the blonde wig back on. There you go.
All she gonna do is do this route anyway.
No, it's probably gonna be like Margot Robbie.
Oh God, I hope not.
No, wouldn't be too bad.
We'll see. Speaking of passing news, we got some casting for Into Spider-Verse. We got the cast of who's going to be Spider-Man India. Picture number 1, please.
Facts. That's true, Kat. That's so true.
They're making the Fantastic Four verse instead of Spider-Verse.
It's gonna be its own verse.
They'll each have their own universe things going on, and then combined into a big massive. What the hell?
We're gonna put Galactus in this. We finally gonna get a good Galactus.
Oh, he's not gonna be a big black smoke cloud.
That's what he was last time.
Oh my God, that was
smoke cloud.
That was. You know what? I went into that with my buddy, and I was like, you know what? I really want to see. I don't want to see actual Galactus. I want to see him be a big black smoke cloud.
Yep.
And I was like, yes, this is the greatest movie ever. How this doesn't win an Oscar, I will riot. I will riot in the street.
Yes. All right. So you said pick number 1.
Yes, sir. Number 1.
Nice.
What are your thoughts?
So Spider-Man India and Across the Spider-Verse. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm not. I've got to. I'm sorry to cut you off, Janae.
Sorry.
I haven't read print comics because they've made me mad for like 7 or 8 years. So is there actually a Spider-Man India, or is this going to be a movie?
Yeah, there is. It's a redesign of the character, but there is.
Okay, I mean, I'm not even asking to be funny. I haven't read comics.
I didn't know either, so
I didn't know it existed.
Yeah, I didn't know.
There was a time period where there was like a story called what was that story called? It was there was a Spider-Man story where they had like a bunch of different Spider-Mans across the universe, and there was a lot.
Real quick. Once again, they are relying on movie fans not reading comics.
Yo, seriously, even when Kat's not on the show, she's got to contradict me.
He's in the comics, though. I mean,
this is not fair.
It is in the comics, though.
Yo, I'll be in the grocery line. I'll be like, these fruit roll-ups suck. Kat will be like, yeah, they're not appealing to you. They're appealing to every fruit roll-up fan. I'll be like, damn it.
I was just gonna ask, like, outfit wise, is that similar to what it was in the comics when we did see him?
I'm not sure. Like, I'm not caught up on it. Like, first time I saw Spider-Man India, it was not that outfit. It was just the top half is Spider-Man, the bottom half is Aladdin.
Yeah.
So I think this is a redesign.
The big voluptuous hair. I was like, if you showed me that, I wouldn't have thought, oh, that's Spider-Man India.
So wait, you said the top half is Spider-Man and the bottom half is Aladdin?
Yeah.
So it's like
that's how he was built. Yeah.
So he's pretty much MC Hammer.
Everything, yep. Like I said, I haven't read any comics recently, so I don't know if that's how he is in any of the more recent stuff. So I don't know.
Stop. Hammer time.
Spider time.
If he starts saying gotta catch up or whatever from
legit.
I'm gonna laugh.
Too legit to quit.
Yep. All right. Also, speaking of some casting, actor Stephen Yeun is now set to play the Sentry in the Thunderbolts movie, which is weird. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, one, I'm a little buzzed, and I thought you were going to say Steven Seagal, so I almost started laughing.
Well, you want to talk about somebody. You want to talk about the wall. You want to talk about the wall. Oh my gosh! I know I'm no heartthrob, but damn.
They'd be like, Steven,
boy.
They'd be like, Steven, it's time for your fight scene. Where's my chair? Nah, but Stephen Yeun from The Walking Dead, I think he's a good pick. I think he's a good actor. He's a hot actor. A lot of people like him.
It's not hard to play. Plus, it's not hard to play. Plus, it's not hard to play Sentry though. Because if you go back and look at him, what did he do? I mean, past his feats, which is all action, he wasn't much character development. He talked about now, like I say, outside of his feats that he did, like his fight with the Hulk, his fight with Blue Marvel, stuff of that nature, all his issues with the Void. That's about as much as drama as you're gonna get personal from him, with all his issues with the Void. So I think he'll be fine for Sentry.
Look, Stephen Yeun's in much better shape than Steven Seagal, so they're on the right.
Steven Seagal has hit the wall. I mean, I know we're talking about he really, man.
And also,
that dude had too many cheeseburgers.
And I'm gonna derail for a second and then just snap him back in. But even when he was in shape, look up on YouTube. Steven Seagal runs like a girl. Boy, the guy can't run. He can't run. He runs like a little girl. Like he'll be going up a hill and he'll when you get off of this, go to YouTube and look up Steven Seagal running like a girl.
Show, of course, ladies and gentlemen. No, he runs like a Welshman. That's what Stewie said. He runs like a Welshman.
Are Welshmen women?
Like a girl is watching a video right now. Like, what the heck?
Diamond's like, I can't wait till the show ends. I have to watch it now.
Oh my god!
Let's see this disaster.
I see this coming into fruition.
You cannot see it. Like my buddy pointed out to me, he's like, "Yeah, Steven Seagal runs like a little girl, like not even like a woman who ran a marathon. Like runs like a little girl.
Not like
and,
one for like Jack Sparrow runs like thing."
Well, that's one thing that him and Ezra Miller have in common.
Steven Seagal from Mr. Fantastic.
There you
go. Yeah.
There you go. Can neither one of them run? All right, go ahead.
I'm in science doom.
All right, next up. X-Men 97, Disney Plus X-Men 97. It's going to be planned to be 4 seasons. What are your thoughts on that?
Good for me, because I loved it. I love that cartoon. Yeah, that's really good. That's really good.
I wonder if they're going to use the story from the X-Men comics after, because they continued the story through comics after for a while.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
that'd be cool if they did.
Yeah, I forgot what the story happened, but yeah, a bunch of stuff happened.
I'm cautiously optimistic about it because apparently the showrunner said that if you didn't read X-Men comics, you're not welcome to be on the writing staff.
Oh, hello.
And that's like a huge change from like a lot of the stuff. So he was like, if you don't know the lore, you don't belong here. So I'm cautiously optimistic because I don't know how well that's going to be enforced, because after all, this is Disney, and Disney can just throw that Mickey Mouse hammer down and be like, no, let them on.
I'm cutting you. I'm cutting you.
Boy.
Oh boy, we're cutting you. You're fired. Get out.
Jubilee's the star.
He reminds me of the South Park Mickey Mouse.
Just shut up and do what I say.
Shut up and write what I tell you to write. And it better be in capital letters.
Colossus is gay now.
In the words of RuPaul, don't fuck it up. Exactly. Exactly.
All right, next up, James Gunn has confirmed that the Supergirl movie, Woman of Tomorrow, will be based on Tom King's run in the comics. Have any of y'all read that?
Yeah.
I didn't read that run.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I love Supergirl, and I'm loving this that they're taking that run. Cause that run I thought was it wasn't her best, but it was like her second best run to me, and I loved it. So I'm so happy that that's the case. Let's go.
My thoughts are I'm not against the project, but again, he is shelving characters that should be ushered in the first phase. Supergirl is not a first phase character. I'm sorry. She's a great character. Phase 2, 3, maybe. Not phase 1. He should be focusing on the marquee characters. And he's doing what he does, and I have no confidence in this project.
Wow.
Because it's not like you're going to see, like, you want people, the phase 1, that's your shot across the bow.
Right.
That's your Superman, Batman, Aquaman, whatever the hell Ezra Miller is. Like that's
that one guy.
That's your opening.
Nothing.
That's your opening salvo, and you're gonna have phase 1, and you already have these like obscure one of the titles. I forgot which one it was. Is from not even from DC. It's from Wildstorm, which DC bought out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And which one was it?
The Authority, I think.
Yeah, The Authority.
Authority.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. The Authority. Like, you're supposed to hook the people in. And this isn't hooking. This isn't giving me any confidence. This isn't giving a Supergirl movie. I'm not against a Supergirl movie. I'm not even against a Batgirl movie. But you're not doing it right. You're doing what you want to do. And this is the problem with a lot. This is the problem with Disney. This is the problem with Warner. Hey guys, what do you want to see? Oh man, I want to see like a Flash movie where he goes against the Rogues Gallery. Captain Cold comes in, Captain Boomerang, maybe Mirror Master. Oh, okay. You know what we're gonna give you? We're gonna give you Supergirl.
See, I'm a fan of the characters, so I don't have a problem with that.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with it either. But from a business standpoint, it's dumb. It is a dumb business move. She could easily be a phase 2 or 3 character and make money there. They need to have their heavy hitters out on phase 1, and they're not doing it.
All right, I get you.
All right. Next up, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League will unfortunately require an internet connection to play, even in single player. What are your thoughts on that? Are y'all even interested in getting the game?
People telling me it's trash. That's what I got people telling me.
That sucks. I was hoping to be like kind of like Injustice. So.
People telling me it's trash already.
If it's Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, do I have to travel all the way up to a Vermont commune to shoot Ezra Miller in the back of the head?
Nope, just the game. No need.
Jeez. That went more fast.
Stop stealing my liquor! Bang!
Here's John. His Ambrose coming up there, bringing himself and his whole crew with him to take care of Ezra.
FBI, open up!
That's Ambrose. That's going all out. Hey, Ezra.
FBI, open up!
I mean, and I level with him, be like, I have nothing against you, my dude, but you kidnapped like 3 girls and you're stealing my booze.
Why do I get the feeling for you that stealing your boobs is worse than kidnapping 3 girls?
He's like Jack Sparrow over here. Like, why is the rum gone?
Why is the rum gone? We can find the 3 girls. We can find the 3 girls later. I need my rum.
I don't drink rum. I drink whiskey. But yeah, it'd be like, why is my where? I'd be like, Ezra. I'd be like, listen. I'd be like Tommy Lee Jones in The Fugitive. I'd be like, we need to check every manhole.
Yep.
Manhole.
Yep. I remember that. And I love The Fugitive. I loved it. Oh my gosh. All right, y'all, go ahead.
All right, next up, there's apparently an animated Batman Beyond movie that's reportedly in development. Y'all interested in that?
Yes.
I've heard about it. I don't know much about it.
Yeah, I would rather see a live action Batman Beyond because I think we're more than deserving of it. It shouldn't be too hard to cast Terry McGinnis. You have Michael Keaton's old man Batman, so I think it's time.
Well, it's kind of a shame. This is one of those things where, yeah, the old DCEU sucked, but I think they were going in that direction, and they were going to have Michael Keaton do a Batman Beyond project.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the casualties, and that would have been really awesome to see. Have him, because everyone loves Michael Keaton Batman. It wasn't the best Batman movie, but it was great.
Yeah, it was the best of what you had at that time.
Mm-hmm. It was great. You had him and Nicholson, and that's like a huge piece of all of our childhoods.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it would have been really nice to see that through, but that's a casualty of the new. But I don't know about James Gunn doing a Batman Beyond.
Mm.
James Gunn, the more I see it, is too whimsical.
I agree though. DC can pull off animated very well.
I wish they would just bring it back as an anime. That'd be really cool. Because Will Friedle was really good.
You just went Will I Am on me. What was that?
I think she did.
It's just going to be the voice actor, Will Friedle.
And the thing about it, they do excellent animations with the exception of the last movie because Batman Hush sucked. That thing was trash. I did not like that animated movie, but everything else they did so far has been good.
The thing is, though, Warner Brothers isn't really gravitating towards animation, so I don't know if they're going to do a Batman Beyond animation because they're scrapping all of their animation with the exception of She Who Shall Not Be Named. But, I mean... That one got a second season, but they're cutting good cartoons left and right. And I'm talking about good quality cartoons left and right. And
I heard a rumor that they were taking Justice League and Justice League Unlimited off because of her. You do that, you don't lost my sub to HBO Max. You take off the Justice League series, you don't lost my sub.
Well, time to go watch it on the internet. Risk my laptop being virus. Like, I don't care.
I really think like Mindy Kaling. Someone accused Mindy Kaling of being funny like 20 years ago, and we're paying for it. Like we're paying for it. And I really think her contract negotiations. I think her and Ezra Miller have like photos of people. I really do. I really think they both have briefcases, and it's like, oh, you want to cancel my show? Here, look at this. This will be on Twitter by the morning. Okay, fine. Velma's renewed for like 11 seasons. Leave us alone. No one will laugh. We'll all be miserable, but I just won't go to jail.
Right. Right. All right, go ahead, Sean.
All right, next up, we got our first trailer for Peter Pan and Wendy. We got a picture real quick to show that. Picture number 2.
Man, so many people are shook up over this, and I don't understand why.
What?
Wait, it's a live action Disney movie or?
Yep, live action.
Yes, I'm just tired of them redoing Peter Pan over and over again. These different companies. It's like I jokingly said there's been like what 5 or 6 in the past 10 years. It's like give it a break.
Is that Tinkerbell?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Tinkerbell. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I like my Tinkerbells like I like my weapons. Homicidal. And she does not look crazy. She does not look like she's going to dangle Wendy above a ledge and drop her onto jagged rocks.
She looks very sweet and innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are they hating because of the race issue or just like?
They're hating because of the race issue. Yeah,
that's so dumb.
It's stupid,
but
man.
They have but the other fairies aren't there in the Peter Pan movies, though. But I was like, they do have other ethnicity fairies in the Tinkerbell movies themselves too.
Yeah,
I mean, I really don't.
And they're
care.
very cool.
I don't understand why people care about race swapping. When did it start becoming about appearance and less about story?
Mm-hmm.
I care when it's a bad story.
Yeah.
I care when the movie sucks. I don't care. Oh, they made Peter Pan black. Oh no, my world's shattered. I can't eat my honeycomb today.
Mm-hmm.
Peter Pan is an African American gentleman who's fictional and can fly and can't grow up. I could only be so lucky.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. I mean, sometimes I don't like it because sometimes it's like, oh, we did this to do this, and it's virtue signaling, and it's like, okay, that's just pandering.
Mm-hmm.
But something like this is like you're just making a movie.
It's because people watched it to see if it was really that bad. But please don't watch trash.
I feel like with the live action, Disney is like going for the nostalgia trope of like, yes, we're going to crank out more nostalgia movies. We put them in live action. Like it's all the success of like Jungle Book, and then they started cranking out more and more movies, seeing how bad. Yeah.
No, what I think is Disney is in huge financial distress. They're not telling anybody they're in huge financial distress.
Hey, you guys guys keep talking. I'll be right back.
Nah, I think Disney's in huge financial distress. They've been in huge financial distress and they won't talk about it or disclose it. And they're creatively bankrupt because they can't afford storytellers. So they're hiring live action remakes. I think it's a huge deal. I think there's a lot more going wrong at Disney than there actually is. You got to take into account Captain Marvel. I don't know, Shah, if I'm stepping on your toes with the lineup, I'm sorry. Captain Marvel has been delayed for the 5th time.
The TV show or the
movie? The Marvels. I'm sorry, Captain Marvel 2. Marvels has been delayed for the 5th time. It's been pushed back to November. They are in trouble. They're in trouble. There's something is going on there, and it's not. They're obviously not going to make it public, but there's something going on. They don't have cash. They're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You don't delay a movie 5 times. As bad as it is, at some point you're just like, okay, release it to DVD or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about 5. I mean, I only know about it being moved once.
No, it's like, the 5th time.
If you say so, but the reason why they pushed it and pushed all the other movies this year is because they're planning on fixing the whole working on quality instead of quantity, because the whole CGI stuff has been messing up for the last few movies and shows. So that's why they're like slowing down and stuff. That's the reason they gave this to be.
The last switch actually does make sense to me because Autumn Barnes explained it to me in a chat. Ant-Man needed to be shown before this chronologically, so they had to swap her with Ant-Man. And so they pushed her to November and put Ant-Man in, and that worked out wonderfully. Because Cocaine Bear is eating Ant-Man alive right now.
Mm-hmm.
Cocaine Bear is like, I'm cocaine anteater right now.
I didn't read the news article, but I saw in the news article, beware, there's also like cocaine hippos. It's like, oh no, those things are mean.
Hippos alone are just savages with cocaine. They're gonna be hyped up like 10 times.
Yo, any animal that poops and uses its tail to spray it in an aerosol fashion is evil. It's evil. Like, why would God create that? That was a devil creation. God didn't create that.
They're like one of the most deadliest animals.
Yeah.
They're just like they're horrible. They look all cute. Nope.
Unless God was just like drinking one night, he was like, make it able to spray its shit.
I feel like God did that with bees too. It's like the one weapon they use can actually kill them also, and it's like, damn, he just hated y'all.
Watch him suffer.
All right. Speaking of
I'm Catholic. I'm going to hell anyway.
Speaking of oddly dangerous animals, the great Clancy Brown will be cast as crime boss Salvatore Maroni in the Penguin series.
I'm sorry. I was not hearing you. Can you repeat that?
Clancy Brown has been cast as boss Salvatore Maroni in the Penguin show. What are your thoughts?
Woo! Yay! Wait, Mr. Krabs?
No, Clancy Brown is a really good actor, and that's a good pull.
Mm-hmm.
I think the worst thing he's ever been in has been Pet Sematary 2.
What?
That's now.
Memorable though. Memorable.
But he's I love Clancy Brown. Actually, he's a voice in one of my favorite video games. Diamond. You probably know Detroit Become Human.
Yeah. I have the games all streamed on my.
That was a good game.
Yeah, and Clancy Brown is awesome.
Yes, I agree with this statement. Disney is bleeding, and they need new IPs desperately. And we got Cat. Cocaine bears my spirit. Thank you, Hunter. I appreciate you. How you doing? How you doing, bro? That's my son, Hunter, my firstborn. How you doing, man?
I thought it was coming on your show.
He's not coming this week. Unless,
all right.
Yeah. All right. Next up,
we've had him on really good podcast though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've had him on really good podcast.
All right. Next up, picture number 3. The Umbrella Academy family is getting bigger, welcoming Nick Offerman, Maggie Mullering, and David Cross.
See, out of the two of us, Shaw, you've watched this show more than I have. Is this gonna help make it better, or?
I mean, I like it. I don't know like what character's gonna play, what role they're gonna play. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm looking forward to season 4, but I don't know.
I tried watching the show and I couldn't. It was just I don't want to dead name the person. What's it? Elliot Page?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has one facial expression, and I don't like people with one facial expression. I can't trust them. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
I just can't.
He's always been like that actor-wise, though.
Yeah, but that's why I've never trusted them. You know? They remind me of cops, and I don't like cops.
You ain't like, man?
It's like, can you at least smile?
Smile. Give us something.
Give me something. You're not a very good actor, are you? You're canceled.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a comic book too? Okay.
Yeah. Written by the lead singer of My Chemical Romance.
Yep.
Kat said she watched it all the way through. Cool.
Gerard Way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna be on the show?
No,
he's
the one who created it.
He's the one who created it.
Yeah, he's the creator.
Oh, all right.
Yep. All right,
well, at least he's a good singer.
Mm-hmm. All right, next up. Star Trek Discovery is apparently going to end with its 5th season, which won't air until next year. What are y'all thoughts?
I haven't seen it.
I've only seen bits and pieces.
Bits and pieces.
Is that the cartoon one?
No, live action.
Live action.
Yeah.
Live action.
Where they went way in the future.
with I forgot what character she is in Walking Dead, but she's like the main captain.
Yeah, she was at The Walking Dead.
I like her. I like her as an actress.
Yeah.
I just can't remember her name.
Yeah. Something green.
I'm gonna look it up.
So first letter starts with an M. I remember that. Yeah, I'm horrible with names. So.
All right, go ahead, Sean.
It's like
I think it starts with M. Okay. Anyway, next up, Isabella Marquez is joining the Alien movies that is in the works currently. So that's happening. Anyone looking forward to this reboot of Alien movies?
I am.
I didn't really watch the originals much.
What?
Why are you surprised?
Her age.
Janae? Rock. And also, if it wasn't appropriate, my mother didn't want me watching it. And so I was like, I'm not gonna go watch it.
So these alien movies are coming from under 20th Century Fox, right?
Yep.
So that means Disney's putting them together, right?
Yep.
Mind
you, the Alien comics that Disney has been doing, I hear are really good.
So that means I have, you know what? I'm going to treat it like I treat Indiana Jones 5. I'm going to go see it. I'm going to go in with zero expectations because I cannot get disappointed if I don't have any expectations.
Exactly.
I can go in and be like, yes, this sucked. And you know what? I'm not disappointed because I didn't have any expectations.
Did you have expectations for Crystal Skull?
That never happened.
It's okay. I never saw that one either.
That seriously, that never happened.
Janae?
That was a
Why
really.
am I even on this show?
You know what?
I don't see anything.
Honestly, whoever mentioned Crystal Skull, that was a really low blow, and that was traumatic. And I am very, very upset with you right now, and I don't know what I'm gonna do.
It's
David, what have you
one thing.
done? You're
It's like
traumatized.
Fight Club. It's
Like
like
Dr.
Fight
Evil over
Club.
here.
It's like
It
Fight
was a
Club.
very, very, very traumatic experience for me. I talked to my therapist about it at great length, and you
Damn.
just really had it all flooding back to me now.
Damn, he said his therapist. Damn.
You know, Kate Blanchett reaching the cage with her sword boner. You know, that little thing where she was like, "Oh, he must be here," and the sword just pops up. It's like Kate Blanchett just sported wood. It was not a good movie.
Geek in our podcast. How you doing, my friend? Kingdom of Geek is the dog.
Thank you, sir.
If anybody tells me that was a good movie, if someone would tell me that, I would just say,
stop it. Get some help.
That movie was not good. It was not good. Oh my goodness.
God, it was so awful. Oh God, I'm gonna have flashbacks.
If
now.
they were to
I got a challenge for y'all.
change Harrison Ford, I think like Bradley Cooper would be a good fit as Indiana
Oh,
Jones.
you said Harrison Ford. Where's Debbie?
I know, right? I got a question for you. What was worse, Crystal Skull or Love and Thunder? Which was worse?
Crystal Skulls.
liked Love and Thunder.
Crystal Skull, hands down.
Yeah, Crystal Skulls.
Yeah.
Love and Thunder, you knew what you were getting because Taika Waititi was directing it.
Facts. That's true. That's true.
I liked Love and Thunder. I thought it was really good. So.
Yeah.
Crystal Skull. The problem I had with it was the first 3 Indiana Jones movies were based on religious artifacts and actually not necessarily Temple of Doom, but Last Crusade and Raiders were based on actual historical facts.
Yeah.
And then you go to this thing where it's like,
Aliens.
one, the Crystal Skull isn't even the mythological Crystal Skull that was created by the Mayans. It's an alien that's missing its head. So it's like it's not even like you could have tied it into like it was like because the crystal skulls were like I'm not familiar on the lore because I don't know Mayan history, but it's like a Mayan legend.
Right.
And they were like constructed by the Mayans and they're relics. And you could have tied that in and made it a good Indiana Jones movie. Instead, you made it a decapitated alien that levitated its pyramid out of the sky and left.
So it wasn't a remake of The Phantom.
Hey, Billy Zane tried his hardest.
Hey, man.
As a kid, that was a good movie.
He tried.
That's a lot of starter for me.
I still remember the tagline: "Slam evil."
Damn. All right, Shaw, go ahead.
All right, next up. All right, so is everyone here familiar with the Riverdale series on CW?
Oh my god.
No.
So I don't watch
yes.
the show. I don't watch the show, but I decided to check out the trailer for the final season. They go back in time to the 50s.
How? What is this?
I don't know. All I know is by the trailer, they go back in time to the 50s, and only like 2 of them remember.
Do they meet Indiana Jones?
I knew that was coming.
I mean, I would not.
Oh, it's amazing vodka. It isn't made of.
Yeah,
Damn,
as good as that shit gets, I would not.
Oh my goodness. Again.
Like, that show is only meant for being weird because like they do weird shit all the time. Like
it's based off Archie.
I know.
Very
That's what I'm saying. I tuned into that show. I was like, oh man, Archie's gonna be sharing milkshakes with 2 hot chicks. Nah, it's all dark. There's people getting killed. You know,
it's okay. I guess there's like a semi-orgy thing and like a
yeah.
So I've heard.
Yeah, is it 2 orgies?
Yeah. It's like what the hell?
Like Jughead didn't eat 1 hamburger in that whole show.
Yep.
Agreed, yeah.
Supernatural Archie.
I'm just saying that, oh, I'm a vegetarian. It's like, you just ruined Jughead for me.
Just ruined the whole character.
Yep.
Man, the only thing about the Archie versus Archie Sonic, everything else sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Archie,
like,
as long as they give us an Archie Amy, I'm good.
Like Homer Simpson said, lousy Riverdale punks won't ever come to face me.
The only way I could see them time traveling is if they bring Sabrina back to do like a spell or something that causes them to go back in time.
Are you talking about Melissa Joan Hart?
No, there's a Sabrina that ties into this Riverdale one.
That's
and it's very dark and very, I guess. I've never watched it either. I've just heard from my mother-in-law talking about it.
Yep.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, it's
do it again, man.
Yeah. They did a crossover, like, what was it, like last year, I think?
Yeah, I think something like that.
Yeah. All right, last up, picture number 3. Currently in the Dragon Ball Super manga, Bardock is going to be canon.
He should have been canon.
Agreed. I see no reason why the history of Bardock should be non-canon. Like those stuff.
I don't understand that either.
Yeah.
I don't understand the non-canon part of Dragon Ball. See,
agreed.
But the thing is, the creator has admitted like multiple times that he doesn't remember some of his own stuff.
That's sad.
So I know it's bad because it's been going on for so long. He's like, yeah, I forgot they totally did that. Whoops.
Like, it's not canon now, so forget that.
Yeah, it's not canon now. No.
The only things that should be canon are the super movies. And that's only because the show actually does those events differently.
So there is no point in time traveling because they are originally from the 50s. These teenage looking boomers lived it.
Exactly.
But my thing is on the last movie, Orange Piccolo and the new Gohan form, they're non-canon. And that's stupid because the fans have been waiting to see Piccolo get a power up to be at least on Goku's level. We've been waiting to see that forever. We've been waiting to see because Gohan technically Gohan should be in Goku's position right now. Yeah. And they had a chance to do that in the Buu saga. They didn't do it. They listened to the stupid fans.
Yep.
And what do they say about if you listen to the fans, you listen to the fans, you listen to the fans, you be sitting with the fans.
Yep.
And
Vegeta was supposed to end that arc with Fat Boo.
Yeah. And it's like they just messed it all up. They just messed it all up. And it's like, I don't understand it. I don't get it. The non-canon part shouldn't be there. Hell, Super Saiyan 4 is non-canon. It's not canon.
Which sucks. It's like, dang, you just wasted an entire season or entire series of GT on this.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at GT. Like, I think GT wasn't bad.
GT
was better, sure.
GT. It was pretty good.
Well, as someone that's never watched Dragon Ball Z, I'm very upset with myself because for years I was calling it Dragon Balls, and no one corrected me. Like, I was like, "Hey, you guys like Dragon Balls?" People would be like, "Yeah," and I'd be like, "That's cool. I never watched Dragon Balls before, but I like it."
Ambrose got that weird look like.
Ambrose, get out.
Like, why is everyone watching Dragon Balls?
Yeah.
I don't understand this. But I'm watching the Super Mario Power Hour.
But the connectivity is not even a word, connectivity. But the connectivity of this show is just killing me. Because if you would have took the last movie, have that last movie
canonization.
There you go. Thank you. That's better. If you would have took that last movie and made it canon, you would have made the fans so happy. Because right after that movie hit, everybody thought it was canon and everything. Then Toriyama came out like a day later and say none of it's canon. You no good mother.
Because they want Piccolo and Gohan to be cooler than Goku.
You know good. Okay, there we go.
You gave us,
all right.
You gave us some bad Dragon Balls, dude.
Yeah, I did. I sure did. Toriyama's a joke. You know what? He's a lot of people's Lord and Savior over there. Mm-hmm. But again, if you would have just make this stuff canon and make it fit, it would have been so much better. So much better. But they won't do it for some reason. They won't do it. And it's just frustrating at the end of the day.
I feel like there's like a point in time where like you can listen to the fans to make remakes or something, but like if you destroy an entire character that's been built up over seasons and you're just like, like what am I gonna do now?
Right. Instead, they are weaponizing DBZ, build up the fanboys. Exactly. And because they won't do what they need to do, that's why all this off party stuff, these fan series that you see on YouTube, that's why that stuff is thriving, because that stuff over there is doing what Toriyama won't do. That's why Heroes, that little Dragon Ball Heroes that was supposed to be a promotional series, has actually turned into a full-blown series because it's doing stuff that Toriyama won't do. You've seen Super Saiyan Broly. You've seen the fusion technique over there. When it was really counted on. We didn't get it during the Tournament of Power, but you get it in Heroes. So come on, Toriyama, wake up, man. Wake up. You got your slumber. Wake up. Whatever you got going on, do right by your fans.
Sack up, get your Dragon Balls together, and let's go.
Dragon Balls. Yes, Dragon Balls. All right, so what we got, man?
That is it. That's all we got for today.
All right. Now we got I thought we had some. Oh no, we don't. Okay. But again, Bardock, I hope they rank him canon, bring him on back. And let's do this thing the right way. Because Bardock, by him being canon, introduce him as being canon, is also going to help bridge a little bit more of that gap that we don't get in the DBZ timeline as well. So yeah, so that was a good move on their part. All right, let's go around the room very quickly and find out what everybody's got coming up this week. I'm gonna start with my girl Diamond. Diamond, what you got coming up this week?
I just uploaded a new video of Yakuza Like the Dragon today, so if you want to check it out, go ahead and check it out.
Okay.
Nice.
Janae, what you got coming up this week?
I'm just reposting my challenge from 2 years ago on Instagram at JELIXNB. And then I'm working on some side projects right now. So.
And your son's gonna come in there and take over the TV again. Mommy!
And we were cuddling and watching Picard, and he's like, Mama, I want a Space Jam. Turn off.
That's hilarious.
He made it through halfway through Picard because I'm like, I'm gonna watch this. Okay. Nope, need Space Jam.
I'll trade Space Jam for Paw Patrol.
He's been watching it for the past 2 months, like every day. And so he'll get something and pretend that it's a bat, and he'll be like, Mama, tell me no swing. Okay, no swing. He's like, I swung. And so he'll like talk and plan out different stuff in the movie. He's watched that so many times. So he's pretending to be Michael Jordan, and like he'll take a basketball, like, Mama, I Space Jam, and he runs and he does slow-mo basketball moves.
Okay, so he's at least pretending to be both Michael Jordan baseball and basketball. He's not just pretending to be Michael Jordan baseball.
Yeah.
Okay, there's hope for him.
And then he'll sing, I Believe I Can Fly. It's so funny.
He died? Oh,
yeah,
man.
Like, I believe I fly.
Does he also do the golfing scenes of like...
Yeah.
That's dope.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know if you want to sing I Believe I Can Fly. I think that's... yeah.
Mommy! Space Jam, Mommy! All right. What you got coming up this weekend, bros?
I got a couple of articles coming up. I just did the article I mentioned on the website highlight. I'm going to do another thing. It's International Women's Month, so I'm going to write an article up on Kathleen Kennedy, and I'm trying to figure out who else I'm going to write up on. But Kathleen Kennedy is on the docket, so that's probably going to come this week sometime.
Cool. Shaw, what you got coming up this week, my friend?
All I'm doing is playing Master Duel. We got some weird new event where we have to try out decks specifically, and we only have like 2 and 5 on 3 matches. So I don't know. It's a weird one. We'll see what's happening moving forward. That's it.
I'll be playing Pokemon Violet, going through all these raids, Walking Wake, and Iron Leaves. I already caught both of them, so you just be going for the items that come attached to them at the end of the day. Also playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, going over there right now, just having some fun. I already done unlocked the character, Shay Oberson. I already unlocked the character, so I don't have to worry about doing that. But I'm just going through.
Did you unlock Psyduck yet? Psyduck is my homeboy. Poor Psyduck, man. Ain't no one give him no respect. Psyduck just pops out his egg, just shoots, like hits a wall, and he's like, I have a headache. And it's like, me too, Psyduck, me too. And he's like, And it's like,
so much in common. All right.
Psyduck is the best Pokemon. I'm sorry. He's the realest. And when you need a friend, Psyduck will be there.
Facebook user Space Whales might be coming back to Mando. I didn't know we got space whales. We got whales in space. We do.
I need to call like space orcs or something. No,
yeah.
I'm surprised at you. It's like what?
What?
That's
space
a thing?
whale? Yeah, space whale. What? That's a thing.
Wait.
Are you talking about something from the comics or something? Because I remember vaguely something about that.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
What the hell is this? I'm not familiar with this, and now I'm scared. What's a space whale?
I didn't know we had that as a thing.
Should I go get my last meal now? Because I want like a countryside steak.
All I can think of is when in the Star Trek movie where they had to bring the whales back.
Attacking a space
whale. Whales here.
Attacking a space whale, and we got the Ewoks riding on them. They will be determined to take over.
Well, I mean, if
They need to
Ewoks,
bring Ewoks back, man.
Bring the Ewoks back. They deserve their own movie, man. Bring the Ewoks back.
Well,
They had their own movie. They just
back in the day.
do it again. So
Oh, they had their own movie? I didn't know that.
Yeah, back in the day,
Ewoks
two
Battle
of them.
for
Yeah.
Endor.
Okay, I
was-
didn't know that. Okay, cool, cool, cool.
it was direct to video, but they should get the first movie Endor should get some credit.
Oh, it was the hypo jump scene. I think I remember that.
That was MODOK.
H. Wells. That's a scary thing, man. That's scary.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If I was in like an airplane or a spaceship and I saw a whale coming at me, I'd just feel like, all right, man. Like I
gotta go away.
Like I'm just give me my booze. We're dying.
Let me just say.
Real quick.
This is it.
Real quick.
This is it. We got this.
Real quick before we get out of here, who saw Ant-Man?
I did.
Yeah.
What was y'all's opinion?
I liked it. It was good.
Yeah.
Doesn't deserve anything that it gets.
I can say that I saw the trailer and I saw MODOK and I was terrified.
Oh, MODOK was terrible.
Because he looked like the Angry Orange painted on a thumb, put in a helmet.
MODOK was terrible.
I get the hate for MODOK. I get that. I understand.
I was not appeased. I think this is the tail end of Marvel. I honestly think if I could have closing thoughts before you guys could have your closing thoughts. I think this is the end of the superhero era for a minute. I don't think DC is going to do anything. I think DC is going to fizzle. I think Marvel's got nothing. I think it's going to be a time where it goes into kind of dormancy. We wait about 5 or 6 years. Another movie comes out and it restarts.
I'm hoping we sort of kind of get some third-party characters moving into their place. Can your boy get a Lady Death movie? I mean, I've been waiting on a Lady Death movie forever. Can your boy get a Lady Death movie? Can we do that?
Well, the thing is, they can't even do things that make sense. Like the best way to start an X-Men series or movie would be to do like a 4 or 5 episode Alpha Flight series, where Wolverine helps North Star build the team, and North Star's like, "Hey man, you want to join the team?" And Wolverine's like, "No, I have a better offer." Just like it happened in the comics. And he goes and
for question though.
Mic drop.
But would Alpha Flight be strong enough to have their own movie?
Probably not.
No, you give them like a 3-episode series or a 4-episode series with Wolverine where he helps them build them. And then it's just like the running thing set up for the X-Men. And it's like, hey, man, you want to join us? And Wolverine's like, nah, I got a better offer. He just walks off and joins Professor X.
That's basically what happened in...
That's what happened in the comic.
Yeah, I know.
Or there's like
I know.
a cameo in the movie, and I forgot what movie it was. I think it was X-Men First Class or something, where like they're trying to bring up all these mutants, and then they see Logan, and he's like, "Hey, you want to join our team?" He's like, "No, go fuck yourself." And then just walk away.
Yeah.
I mean, I've just never been a big fan of Alpha Flight. I mean, Sasquatch was all right, and Puck was all right. I've just never been I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I've never really been a big fan of Alpha.
Nah, I just think that would be a great way to lead Wolverine into the Disney MCU and start the X-Men up.
Right. Yeah, facts.
They could always just tile it mutants, and then that way it could be
That's
all the different
probably
teams and stuff.
That's probably what they're
So-
going to do because X-Men is probably problematic.
Yeah, probably so.
Like, I'm sorry, did you say X-Man? I'm X, they, them. Okay.
All right, you guys. I want to say thank you for everybody coming out tonight. We've had fun. We have a nice sized audience tonight. Good chat going on. I appreciate you guys in the chat as well. Thank you for everybody coming out tonight. My girl Debbie, David, my man Ando, my son Hunter, my man from the Geek and I, even you, Nightbot. Thank y'all for coming out tonight. We do appreciate it, and we'll see you guys again next week right here on the Geek Gauntlet podcast. Everybody have a great week, have a safe week, and take care. Later, guys.